What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Vicente Yante, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the WWE DVDs, the pay-per-views of 2005. So 2005 for me was a really good year. A lot of great rivalries, a lot of great matches, a lot of great everything. So WWE in 2005 was just on fire. It was just amazing. Every pay-per-view, every Raw and SmackDown, everything was just amazing. There were some hit and misses throughout the year, but we're going to be reviewing the pay-per-views on DVD, of course. So anyway, let's kick the show off. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned. Anyway, let's get the show started with New Year's Revolution 2005. Very great pay-per-view. Took place in San Juan, Puerto Rico. There's my boy Batista, one of my favorite wrestlers. And no, guys, I'm not a Batista fanboy because fanboy just sounds fucking rude. So I'm a Batista fan. So I just thought I would get that out of the way, because I've been referred to as a Batista fanboy in the past, and I'm not very proud of that because fanboy sounds fucking stupid and retarded. So I'm a Batista fan. So anyway, this is a Raw pay-per-view, and turn around, show you the back. Yeah, I'm going to be showing you the back and the front of the DVDs. So, on the night where Batista, Edge, Triple H, Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, and Chris Benoit battled each other inside the most sadistic structure known as the Elimination Chamber. And this was for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. So you had Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, Randy Orton, Edge, Triple H, and Batista, with Shawn Michaels as the guest referee. And this is what kickstarted the feud for Edge and HBK. So, yeah. Yeah, really great show. You also had Kane versus Snitsky. Anybody remember Snitsky? Yeah, me neither. Anyway, so, yeah, great show. Great pay-per-view. Great cover with Batista. So, yeah. Alright, next up is one of my favorite pay-per-views, the Royal Rumble 2005. So, really great show. You have, the cover art's pretty cool. Yeah, you have the great cover art. This is a Raw and SmackDown production. It's a joint production. So, like the major pay-per-views like Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series, they were all joint pay-per-views, meaning that Raw and SmackDown are going to be a part of it. Later, ECW, that was 2006, but we'll get into that later. Take a look at the back. This is the night where Batista won the Royal Rumble, even though there was a bit of controversy with John Cena. Yeah, because Batista and John Cena were the last two guys in the Rumble. So, yeah. Oh, there's a WrestleMania 21 logo, I think. Hold on. There it goes, yeah. Anyway. So, Batista won the Royal Rumble. I was happy. I actually ordered this live. I had to beg my mom to order it for me. So, we also had Edge versus Shawn Michaels. We had Triple H and Randy Orton for the world title. We had Big Show, Kurt Angle, and JBL for the WWE title. And then we had Undertaker versus Heidenreich in a casket match. Pretty cool, huh? By the way, guys, speaking of the World Championship, I always thought that belt was heavily overrated. It's just me, though. Anyway, next up is No Way Out 2005. This is a SmackDown pay-per-view. And I'm actually recording this on my smartphone, guys, so yeah. Anyway, JBL. Yeah, this was the night where Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio won the tag team titles. Hooray! So, pretty cool. There's, I think, it's John Cena. Yeah, so. This was the pay-per-view that kind of bridged between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. There you see the WrestleMania 21 logo there on the bottom. So, yeah, No Way Out. The main event on this night was Big Show and JBL inside of a barbed wire cage match, which also saw we also saw the presence of Batista, who at the time was having to decide which championship he wanted to face at WrestleMania. Would it be JBL? Would it be Triple H? We'll find that out in the next DVD. Anyway, great show. We had Luther Reigns versus The Undertaker. We had Booker T versus Heidenreich, and pretty much a crappy finish where Heidenreich got himself disqualified. So then we also had, like I said, Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio beating the Bashams for the tag titles. Pretty cool. Show you the back one more time. So yeah, I usually like to show you guys the back, so in case you want to buy these for yourself. So yeah, no. We also had a cruiserweight title match with I think it was, I know Chavo Guerrero was in it. But anyway, this is my favorite WrestleMania of all time, and I really enjoyed this WrestleMania. Main evented with Triple H and Batista. That was the final match for the World Heavyweight title. Not the final match, but the final match to end the show. So, you also had Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels, a really great match. That feud actually got started at the Royal Rumble. Yeah, because you guys remember Edge and Shawn Michaels fought at the Royal Rumble. And then later on that night, HBK entered the Royal Rumble, and then Kurt Angle would enter the Royal Rumble, get eliminated, and then he would attack Shawn, and that would kickstart the feud. So Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels had a freaking epic battle, which ended with Kurt Angle making Shawn Michaels tap, which I was not a big fan of because I really wanted Shawn to win. So, yeah, I've always cheered for the good guys. I never like cheering for the bad guys or the heels as the freaking wrestler. I mean, I guess I have no choice but to accept the terminology, even though I hate it with all my heart. But I guess I have to acknowledge and accept it and embrace it. So, you know, of course, Kurt Angle was a heel and Shawn Michaels was the babyface. Yeah, we also had Kurt Angle. We also had The Undertaker versus Randy Orton. We also had JBL versus John Cena. Of course, you guys remember the No Way Out DVD where John Cena beat Kurt Angle to qualify for the WWE title match. So, John Cena versus Bradshaw, JBL, Taker versus Orton. The first ever Money in the Bank ladder match, which was won by Edge, which is one of the dastardly heels in WWE. I hated Edge in 2005. Yeah, it was Edge, Christian. I'm trying to remember all the participants. Edge, Christian. Frick, I'm drawing a blank. We got Edge, Christian, Shelton Benjamin, Kane, Chris Benoit, and who's the other guy? Damn it. We got Kane, Chris Benoit, Jericho. Kane, Chris Benoit, Jericho, Edge, Benjamin, and Christian. Okay, I believe I got it all already. I got them. So we got Jericho. Hold on, let me try to do the math again. Jericho, Benoit, Kane. Jericho, Benoit, Kane, Christian, Edge, and Shelton Benjamin. I got it. We're good. Sorry, I kind of drew a blank there. Let me show you guys the back. Almost forgot, I'm over here babbling. So, I've always liked the WrestleMania 3-disc packs. They are always pretty interesting. It's a feast for the eyes. Well, in 2018, they actually ditched. I think these 3-disc, like here, let me hang on. Finish showing you the rest of the back here. I believe these are called Digipacks, and they open up like with a little flap. I could open it for you, but I'm holding my phone, so I don't want to drop nothing. So, but up until 2018, they used to have these. So when they released WrestleMania 34, they actually released it in a standard box, and they stacked the discs on top of each other, which is bullshit. So, but that's another rant for another day. But WrestleMania, great pay-per-view. And I actually begged my mom to order that one too, as well as this one. Backlash 2005, a Raw pay-per-view exclusive with Triple H on the cover. Pretty cool cover scheme. I like it. The lettering is pretty cool. So, almost dropped it. Hulk Hogan, what you gonna do, brother? So, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention the WrestleMania 21 DVD set comes with the Hall of Fame, the 2005 Hall of Fame ceremony, which features this man going in, along with Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov, Jimmy Hart, Cowboy Bob Orton, and so on and so forth. Anyway, so this was a pretty great pay-per-view. Backlash has always been like the follow-up to WrestleMania, and this one did not disappoint. You had Triple H and Batista, round 2 for the world. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot to take that stupid sticker off. Anyway, so Batista and Triple H fought for round 2 for their trilogy for the world title. You also had Chris Benoit versus Edge, last man standing. Hulk Hogan and Shawn Michaels versus Daivari and Muhammad Hassan. We'll get to him when we get to the Great American Bash. So, it's a controversial story we'll get to. Kane versus Viscera. How can we forget that, right? And then I'm laughing because it was a pretty funny angle. And then we had a tag team turmoil match, I believe, for the Raw tag titles, I think. I haven't watched this in a while, so and I'm sure the listing is on here somewhere. Crap. There's the last man standing. Chris Benoit versus Edge. Oh, Shelton Benjamin versus Chris Jericho. That took place too. So trying to see what is it of the hang on. I know, yeah, there it is. Tag team turmoil for the World Tag Team titles. There it is. I knew that was on there. So, yeah. Oh, sorry for that glare, guys. Judgment Day 2005. Great show. I really should have picked this up when I found it back in 2005 at Walmart. I actually ordered this on Amazon. All of these I pretty much ordered on Amazon except for maybe 3. So, WrestleMania 21 I bought in 2007 in Austin, Texas, where I was living at the time. I bought No Mercy, and, well, actually, Vengeance was the first WWE pay-per-view DVD that I bought, and then the second one was No Mercy, but anyway. So, John Cena's the cover star of this pay-per-view. Really great pay-per-view. And there's that Chain Gang Soldier. Anyway, so... yeah, I like John Cena, despite people shitting on him. I don't know why they hate him so much. He's good. I mean, I get they're tired of him being shoved down our throats, but he's a great representative for the WWE. So, yeah, great cover art. This was the match that was pretty gruesome. You had JBL and John Cena for the WWE Championship in a brutal I Quit match. Yeah, there you go, I Quit match. Yeah, it was a bloody-ass match. Both men bled like crazy. JBL ended up saying I quit, pretty much handing the match to John Cena. Great show, guys. Really great show. You also had Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio. This is when Eddie turned heel. They had a good match at WrestleMania 21. And, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm actually using those fucking words. Even though I said I hated them to death. But I guess I have to accept it, whether I like it or not. But anyway, so Eddie became a villain here, and there's another stupid sticker. Eddie became a villain. I still liked Eddie as a bad guy. He was entertaining. I still liked him. So you had Eddie versus Ray. You had, I think Booker T and Kurt Angle had a match, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't see a match listing here, unless it's here somewhere. But, pretty much just images. But I think the match that everybody remembers this pay-per-view for is obviously the WWE title match with JBL and John Cena with the I Quit stipulation. And this was when John Cena had that rather... everybody hates it, the spinner belt. So, I was okay with it, but then it got annoying after a while. I was like, After John Cena lost it, it just looked weird on Triple H. It looked weird on Edge. It looked weird on it looked weird on Randy Orton. It looked weird on everybody who had it. And it just looked out of place. It was only designed for John Cena. So, anyway, I digress. Anyway, so this is ECW. Extreme Championship Wrestling. ECW. One Night Stand 2005. It even has the date. June 12, 2005. From the Hammerstein Ballroom in Manhattan, New York. And again, it comes with that stupid sticker. This show is actually pretty good. I actually watched it from beginning to end. There's actually an Easter egg in the commentary section where if you switch it to commentary C, I think, you hear commentary with JBL, and he pretty much shits on the entire pay-per-view. Because the first two is in English and Spanish, but the last one is with JBL. It's pretty funny. So, the main event on this night was Tommy Dreamer and the Sandman versus the Dudley Boys. And a brutal match. I mean, both men bled. I mean, all four men bled like crazy. Did the Sandman bleed? I don't think Sandman bled. I think he did. I'm not sure. I know Tommy Dreamer bled. They used a cheese grater. They pretty much they annihilated each other. And Bubba Ray actually bashed Tommy Dreamer's head with a cane, a Singapore cane. It was brutal. So, and then you had RVD cut an emotional promo. He was probably high. I wouldn't be surprised. Pinche marihuano chingao. But anyway, I know I went on a rant on that. I know I ruffled a few feathers with that video. I'm sorry about that, but, you know, it's not good for you guys. There are negative effects with marijuana, you know? So, you know, at the end of the day, people have their opinions, you know? But I'm not a stoner, anyway. Alright, so this is ECW One Night Stand. I'm sorry for going off topic. I do that a lot. I'm sorry. Anyway. There's a front and the back. Really great show. The opening match was Lance Storm and Chris Jericho. Also, we had Masato Tanaka versus Mike Awesome. And we also had Sabu versus Rhino. So that was pretty cool. And later on this year, Sabu would go on to wrestle for TNA. What a waste. That's funny. Anyway. Alright, now, I'll always have a special place for this DVD in my heart because this was the first WWE DVD that I ever bought. Vengeance 2005, one of my favorite pay-per-views. I actually ordered this one too. I ordered 3 pay-per-views. Wait, hold on. Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Backlash. I ordered 4 pay-per-views. Because I'm still a big Batista fan. I'm the biggest Batista fan you'll ever find. So, well, aside from another person, one of my good buddies, Mike Gamer, he's a big Batista fan too. So, you know. So, there's a look at the back for you. This was a night where Batista and Triple H had their brutal Hell in a Cell match. There was a lot of blood spilled. There was even a barbed wire steel chair introduced to the action. So... Las Vegas, Nevada, June 26th, 2005. It even has the date. Cool. Back in the day, they didn't put dates on the pay-per-views. See how mine doesn't come with that stupid sticker because I bought it at the store. So, yeah, I bought this in 2005 at Walmart. And there's Vengeance 2005, Raw exclusive pay-per-view. So, Batista and Triple H main evented. John Cena, Jericho, and Christian for the WWE title. You had Kane versus Edge. You also had Carlito versus Shelton Benjamin for the Intercontinental Championship. And then you had a really weird segment with Lillian Garcia and Viscera, where the Godfather pretty much persuades Viscera into going with the whole train. Fucking Viscera's like, all aboard the whole train, and poor Lillian's in the ring crying her eyes out. I felt bad for her, but Viscera's amazing. I love Viscera. He was one of my favorites. May he rest in peace. Nelson Frazier Jr. You were the best, buddy. Anyway, so there you go. That's that. So yeah, this pay-per-view. Well, if you guys remember, I talked about this earlier. Muhammad Hassan wrestled. This is the Great American Bash pay-per-view, 2005. On this night, this was the final appearance of Muhammad Hassan on pay-per-view because, well, if you guys remember the episode of SmackDown prior to the pay-per-view, there was a segment with The Undertaker where he had just beaten Daivari, I think. And Hassan comes out and he sports these guys dressed up as terrorists. and they attacked the Undertaker, and it was pretty much a vile segment, and I think the executives for UPN were pretty pissed off. And apparently it actually coincided with a real-life event. There was a bombing in the United Kingdom, and it took place on the very same day that that SmackDown episode aired. And I remember a lot of people were upset about it. And like I said, UPN were so mad they wanted to drop that character. And thankfully WWE went ahead and acquiesced to that. Yeah, I haven't heard that word in a while, but anyway. So, can you guys tell me who's that on the cover? Is that Tori Wilson? Or who is that? Let me know in the comments. I kind of forgot. I haven't seen this cover in a while. So, Great American Bash, you had Batista versus JBL. Kind of a crappy match, especially considering the finish. You had Undertaker versus Muhammad Hassan in what was to be his final match with the WWE. And you had Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio. Yeah, their feud went on for a while. It went on until like September, I think. And there's Batista. My boy Batista. You guys know Batista. Yeah. See, I try to be funny. Sometimes I fail. But, you know, Batista's my boy. It's my dog. Anyway. So, try not to keep this video going too long, guys. I know it's been on. I know it's on the 21-minute mark. So, anyway, next up is SummerSlam 2005. Very great show. I think the main event was a little here and there. So what does it say down here? It says, crap, for the first time ever, Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan. This was where Michaels became a villain. He turned heel. And there's Raw and SmackDown. Yeah, it was on July 4th when he super kicked Hulk Hogan into oblivion. Yeah, so Shawn was the bad guy here, and Hulk Hogan obviously the good guy. There was even some funny skits where somebody was dressed up like Larry King, and Shawn Michaels was pretty much imitating Hulk Hogan at every turn. It was funny. And, yeah, this match was rather weird. Shawn was overselling a lot of Hogan's offense. And, mainly because I heard that they were going to have a trilogy of matches, but then Hogan was like, you know, he was having back problems, so he's like, okay, you know, let's just have this one match, and I'll whatever. So it was what it was. It wasn't the best match, but it was, it wasn't terrible either. It was neither here nor there. Take a look at the back. See Hulk Hogan on the back with Shawn Michaels, Batista and JBL. Now this match was a lot better than their match at the prior pay-per-view. Jericho and John Cena. Great match. But I think this one was far better. JBL versus Batista, to me, stole the show, even though this was the main event with Hogan and Shawn. So, also we had Undertaker versus Randy Orton, and what was it was an okay match. The crappy part was when Cowboy Bob Orton attacked the Undertaker, pretty much, giving Randy Orton the win. Yeah, Cowboy Bob Orton made his reemergence, and he actually brought back that stupid cast. He actually made his reemergence at WrestleMania 21 when he tried to hit Undertaker with the cast as well. So, no, I don't think he used the cast at SummerSlam. I know he used it at Mania, so maybe I'm mistaken. Anyway, so SummerSlam was good. It was alright. So, alright, Unforgiven 2005. Cena and Angle. Oop, almost dropped it. So, WWE Champion versus Gold Medalist. Unforgiven 2005. Raw exclusive pay-per-view. The cover is pretty cool. It's just your standard cover. It's like, Take a look at the back. Big Show. Who's that, Matt Hardy? Big Show. Oh, look, it's that idiot Snitsky. You guys remember Snitsky, do you? Yeah, me neither. He sucked. So, how's that? Okay, that's Edge. That's Kurt Angle. So, yeah, it's Shawn Michaels versus Chris Masters. Yeah, Shawn Michaels versus Chris Masters. Shawn turned face again after SummerSlam. Ric Flair versus Carlito for the Intercontinental title. Big Show versus Snitsky. Edge versus Matt Hardy. Quick story, guys. At SummerSlam, Edge destroyed Matt Hardy. And it pretty much, opened up the gates for this match. So, yeah, it was Edge and Matt Hardy in a cage. You had Big Show and Snitsky. And it even has, is that the date? September 18th, 2005. Oh, shit. Oklahoma City. Yeah, pretty cool show, guys. I really enjoyed this pay-per-view. Cena and Kurt Angle had a not-so-good main event. It was a DQ finish, which I hate DQ finishes in pay-per-views. It sucks and blows all at the same time. So, but that's going on a weird tangent now. Anyway, this was the second WWE DVD that I bought. I bought this on New Year's Day 2006. Batista and Eddie Guerrero had an excellent match. This is WWE No Mercy 2005. Hey, look, I like the logo on Batista's arm. It's pretty cool. No Mercy 2005, a SmackDown exclusive. No Mercy was a great show. It actually took place here in Houston. You had an excellent main event with Batista and Eddie. And this was actually on Eddie Guerrero's birthday, October 9th, 2005, here in Houston, Texas. So, and then we also had Chris Benoit defending the U.S. title against Orlando Jordan, Christian, and Booker T. And we also had Randy Orton and his dad, Cowboy Bob Orton, against The Undertaker in a handicap casket match. Turn around and show you the back. This was when they actually relived the 1998 spot with Kane and The Undertaker, where Kane and Paul Bearer locked the casket, and then they carved a hole with an axe and set it on fire. They did that here. Orton and his dad did that to Taker in this pay-per-view. And then he had Randy Orton doing Undertaker's pose. And it was rather... it was disrespectful, but of course Orton's he's a bad guy. He's supposed to do that. He's, if he's not doing that, then he's not doing his job. So we also had Nunzio versus Juventud Guerrera for the Cruiserweight title. We also had a lot of great matches on this show. Simon Dean versus Bobby Lashley in his first ever pay-per-view. And good shit, guys. Really good shit. If you haven't seen this pay-per-view, make sure to watch it on the network. So this is Eddie Guerrero's final pay-per-view, guys. So next up is Taboo Tuesday. Rather weird pay-per-view, a weird concept. I still believe in my heart that it was rigged. I think it is. And there's the cover. The main event here was a triple threat for the WWE title. It was Shawn Michaels. No, I'm sorry. It was John Cena and Kurt Angle. And you had three options to vote: Shawn Michaels, Big Show, or Kane. Fans voted in for Shawn Michaels, which meant that the Big Show and Kane would challenge the tag team titles, which they were successful. They actually beat Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch. So, and then they would go on to become a dominant tag team. So, yeah. Great show, all in all. Also had Batista versus Jonathan Coachman with Goldust and Vader in his corner. And all in all, a great show. I remember the theme song was Korn, Twisted Transistor. Sorry. So, yeah. Great show indeed. So, alright. If I miss all the matches, I'm sorry. I'm just going over the importance. This one, by far, is my favorite pay-per-view of 2005. There were some hit and misses, but still, this pay-per-view is really amazing. The beginning of the end. This was the return of The Undertaker. Take a look at the back. So, this was the night where they had the Raw versus SmackDown Elimination Survivor Series match. And this was when Randy Orton was the sole survivor. He actually pinned Shawn Michaels to get the win for SmackDown. The team members were, for SmackDown, we had Batista, Randy Orton, JBL, Bobby Lashley, and Rey Mysterio. Hang on, let me try to rephrase that. Okay, hold on. We had Batista, Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton, JBL, and Bobby Lashley against the Raw team, which was Shawn Michaels, Big Show, Kane, Carlito, and Chris Masters. You see Kurt Angle giving John Cena a sleeper hold. Was that JBL? There's Shawn Michaels. Yeah. Really great show. Like I said, Team SmackDown won with Randy Orton as the final survivor, and then The Undertaker comes out and pretty much Randy Orton runs away, and then Taker beats the crap out of the SmackDown roster, and then he pretty much gives Randy Orton a gesture telling him, "You're next, boy." So, yeah, these guys, they had a rivalry that was crazy all throughout 2005. Started at WrestleMania 21 and ended later. So we also had Triple H versus Ric Flair in the Last Man Standing match. They actually fought at the pay-per-view prior in a cage. And then we also had Melina versus Trish, Raw versus SmackDown for the women's title. We also had Chris Benoit versus Booker T in round 1 of the Best of 7 Series tournament, or match 1 in the Best of 7 Series tournament. We also had Eric Bischoff versus Teddy Long, Raw GM versus SmackDown GM, and Kurt Angle versus John Cena. So, for the WWE Championship, of course. So, yeah, cool, huh? Very, very nice. Anyway, okay, here we go. The final pay-per-view, and then we're done. Armageddon 2005. I love that logo, the Armageddon logo. It's pretty cool. So, there's Batista on the cover. Take a look at the back. This pay-per-view was really, really special. I really enjoyed it. You have Taker and Randy Orton had a brutal Hell in a Cell match. There's Batista. Hey, that image is not from Armageddon. That's from a different event. There's Big Show. Really great show, guys. We had the main event, Hell in a Cell, Orton versus Taker. Randy Orton got his ass kicked. And obviously, this was the night where Cowboy Bob Orton, bled. And The Undertaker was pissed off when he found out that he had hepatitis C or something like that. And Undertaker actually demanded for Bob Orton to be fired. Which he did get fired, actually. literally like a month after the pay-per-view. So, but you can't blame Undertaker for being mad. I mean, you know, if Bob Orton didn't let him know beforehand, because all 3 men bled in that match. So if Bob Orton couldn't let Undertaker know, I would be pissed off too, quite frankly. So, you know, Undertaker went over. He won this match. So, also we had Batista and Rey Mysterio against Big Show and Kane. I was pretty mad that Big Show and Kane won. Even though I'm the biggest Big Show fan, but I'm also a big Batista fan. So I was kind of sad because I wanted Batista and Rey to beat Big Show and Kane. Man, and the way they just annihilated poor Rey, and then Kane not selling Rey's offense, that's kind of shitty. But, well, what do you expect? He's a bigger guy, so it's understandable. So, plus they were portrayed as heels in this pay-per-view because they're from Raw, you know? Anyway. No, it's funny. I'm actually using the terminology that I hate, but, you know, gotta accept it. It's no choice. Also, we had JBL versus Matt Hardy. Rather a crappy match. Matt Hardy lost. We also had Chris Benoit versus Booker T, U.S. title tournament match. I think it was match 3 or match 4. I forgot. Anyway. You had Kid Cash versus Juventud Guerrera for the Cruiserweight title. And really great show. It took place in Providence, Rhode Island. It was on December 18th, 2005. So, again, guys, hope you enjoyed this DVD review of the 2005 pay-per-view DVD collection. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And, again, guys, stay tuned for more great videos. I probably will do the 2006 DVD collection at some point in the future, because I got a lot of DVDs from WWE, guys. It's not even funny. So, and I'm not going in any particular order. Like, I know the last one I did was the 2002, so, but I figured I would do the 2005. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. Let me know what was your favorite pay-per-view from this era in the comment section below. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Adios, amigos. Love you all to death, and stay safe.